Your dog did it again this morning. Front end down, back end up, tail going 100 miles an hour. You've seen it plenty. You know exactly what it means. It's an invitation to play. Obviously. Charles Darwin saw the same thing in 1872. Same pose, front down, rear up, on his own dog in his own garden. Wolves do it, coyotes do it, foxes do it, lions do it. This exact posture has been showing up in animals for longer than our species has existed, and your dog pulled it off before breakfast without being taught. And here's the uncomfortable part. Nobody actually knows why. Not the owners, not the trainers, not the scientists who've spent 30 years studying this one pose and still can't agree on what it's for. One of them thought he had it solved. The people who tested his answer found the opposite. One of the most common things your dog does, and there is no confirmed explanation for it. So let's talk about the pose everybody recognizes and nobody can explain. First, the one thing everyone does agree on, because there's exactly one. The pose has a name. It's called a play bow. Front legs down, chest to the ground, back end in the air, and it is weirdly, precisely identical every single time. Not similar, identical. So consistent that a researcher can spot it frame by frame across completely different animals. That's the part that should bug you a little. A behavior this fixed, this ancient, this universal usually has a job. This one's job is a mystery. Everyone agrees it's about play. That's it. That's where the agreement stops. Everything past this line, serious researchers actively fight about. By the way, if you appreciate someone actually reading the studies instead of guessing, gently tap that like button. It genuinely helps. Now, back to the confusion. Here's the famous explanation, the one you've almost certainly heard without knowing where it came from. In the 90s, a researcher named Mark Bekoff argued that the play bow is meta-communication. Big word, simple idea. It's communication about communication. The bow isn't the message. The bow is a message about all the other messages. Think of a jersey in a contact sport. When someone in a jersey tackles you, you don't call the police, because the jersey means everything that's about to happen is part of the game. Bekoff said the bow works the same way. Your dog bows, and it's saying, everything I do next, the biting, the body slams, the neck grabbing, none of it is real. It's play. Don't take it seriously. It's a beautiful explanation, honestly. Clean, intuitive, and it's spread everywhere. Dog blogs, training channels, books, probably 3 videos in your recommended feed right now. For about 20 years, that was the answer. Then someone actually counted. In 2016, a team led by Sarah Elizabeth Byosiere did something almost nobody does. Instead of repeating Bekoff's idea, they tested it. Frame by frame, real dogs, real play sessions. And the prediction was simple. If the bow exists to smooth over the scariest, most aggressive-looking moves, the bite and shakes, then bows should show up right next to those moves. So they went looking for the bite shakes. The whole theory rests on them. And across all that footage, the number of bite shakes that happened before or after a play bow was 0. Not rare, not occasional, 0. The one behavior the famous explanation was built to explain never once showed up next to the bow. What the bow actually did was quieter and stranger. It kept happening after a pause. The dogs would stop, one would drop into the bow, and play would fire back up. So maybe the bow isn't a disclaimer at all. Maybe it's a reset button. We're not done, go again. And then there's a third camp, because there's always a third camp. Some researchers suggested the bow might not be a signal in the first place. It might just be good physics. A low crouch is a great position to launch a surprise pounce from, or to dodge one. Byosiere's team checked that too. Also, no support. So now there are 3 explanations that don't agree, at all. And the most famous one just failed the first real test anyone ran on it. Here's the honest part. The part that never makes it into a thumbnail. This isn't the story where science rides in and proves the old guy wrong. The researchers who got the different result said so themselves. Their dogs were older than Bekoff's. The setups weren't identical. And they openly admitted they can't fully explain why their results and his don't line up. Then a separate study on wolf dogs came back empty on the metacommunication idea too. So this isn't a settled debate with a winner. It's an open one, still running. Sit with that for a second. This is one of the most common, most filmed, most recognizable things a dog can physically do. Darwin clocked it 150 years ago. And the current, honest, peer-reviewed scientific answer to why do dogs do this is a shrug. Which is probably the actual lesson. Most of what we're certain we know about dogs, we don't know. We just badly want to. So next time your dog folds into that bow and you tell yourself you know exactly what it means, enjoy that confidence. It's more than the scientists have. And if you want more dog facts that nobody can actually confirm, you know what to do. Subscribe.